all of you are here with an interest in commercial shipping, and I'm presuming that all of you are have an aspiration to make the switch from a non-commercial job into to a commercial to a job that's involves activities or functions within the commercial shipping segment. Okay. Let me just start off with giving you an idea of giving you my interpretation of what commercial shipping is. Here goes. Now, merchant ships are a business enterprise in which revenues are generated by renting out the space on a ship. So all of us who've sailed on merchant ships were facilitating the earning of revenue from a ship by letting its space out, by renting the space on the ship out. The remuneration or the compensation for renting the space out on a ship is called the freight. All the functions that are involved in supporting the earning of freight on a ship can broadly be termed as being in the segment called being in the segment which we are labeling as a commercial shipping. It's a very generic term, but commercial shipping deals with revenue, earnings. And what we have to understand is that freight is the only revenue stream for the owner. So anybody who's connected with freight, earning of freight, fixing of voyages that eventually will end up earning freight, going in for collection of freight, documentation, everything. They are all involved in commercial shipping. They are in the commercial shipping department of a ship owner's office. Of course, a ship does generate additional revenue when it is sold or scrapped, but that is not the scope of this particular presentation. But that's a highly specialized field, and it's not necessary that ex-seafarers get into that stream. That happens. That's a highly specialized niche field. It probably deserves a separate presentation altogether. Hence, the commercial aspect of shipping broadly entails with revenue earning activity, that is freight. Okay, all of us here are focused. If you want to work in the commercial department of a ship, you're focused on the freight part of it, one way or the other, and you'll be surprised how many verticals, how many departments, or how many personnel in a ship owner's office are focused on earning of freight. Yeah, next slide, please. Now, who are the participants in the freight markets? Now, generally, like I told you, that a ship's activity, main commercial activity, is earning freight, and a freight market is a market on its own. It's a market on its own, and let me just broadly, quickly point out or just list a brief list of who. There could be a lot of there could be other players involved in this, but these are the broad participants in the freight market. We call it the chartering market, right? A chartering market. A chartering market is the market which you go into to get employment for a ship, to earn freight for a ship. So they're called freight chartering departments. So there are three main players there, main entities, business entities involved in earning of freight or the freight markets. One are the charterers. Charterers are the people who are the owners or controllers of the cargo transportation. Now, they could be owners of the cargo as well. We are talking about probably oil companies. I'm a tanker broker, so I've sailed on oil tankers most of my life. So the example that comes most readily to my mind are oil companies: Shell, Chevron, Exxon, Total, Indian Oil Corporation, BPCL. These people are all charterers. It's complex because the same people can act as owners as well. But right now, just suffice it to say, an entity that controls the cargo is normally the charterer. Then there are owners, entities that effect ownership control of the ship. Entities that own the ship are are what we broadly term as owners. Like I said, it could get very complicated. We could make it much more complex and have a very minute micro kind of discussion, which I can explain to you how charters become owners, and at time owners become charters. But just let's leave that aside. I'll be happy to, at some later stage in life, to explain these nuances to you. Then the third broad category, who are the main participants in freight markets, are brokers. Brokers are middlemen, and I say middlemen because they are normally they normally establish the connection between owners and charterers. They find the charterer owns a cargo, the broker takes the cargo to the market and tries to find a ship to carry the cargo. And the owner has a ship. At the same time, he could go to the broker and say, "Hey, listen, I have a ship. Please find employment for this ship for me." So then he takes the ship to the market, interacting with his network, and tries to find employment for the ship. So a broker finds employment for a ship that's not employed, or tries to find a ship to carry a cargo which needs a ship to carry it. So when I say price discovery, I say brokers, middlemen in the shipping industry who play a crucial role in price discovery, because the brokers are pivotal in the negotiation between charterers and owners. Every voyage is fixed at a particular freight rate, and of course a set of terms. That freight rate and those terms are negotiated through the broker. And every voyage has a unique freight rate. It has a unique set of terms and unique set of commercial circumstances surrounding it. So every negotiation is different, and brokers are the one who enable. Brokers are enablers. So brokers enable a price to be set for a particular voyage by interlocuting between charterers and owners. Brokers form an integral segment of chartering networks globally, and it's very difficult. Brokers are amongst the oldest players in the chartering field, and I'm talking from historical times. And it's not very easy to do away with brokers, because chartering is still very much a personality-oriented business. It's a personal relationships, knowledge of the business, geographical knowledge, local knowledge, domain knowledge, and stuff like that.